Dr. Lena Kagam carried a heavy burden, not of stone, but of shame. Her grandfather, once a respected academic, became a cautionary tale, a laughingstock who chased a mirage into the Kalahari desert. He was obsessed with Guillermo Farini's 19th-century journal, a book that spoke of a lost city hidden in the sands. He died with his reputation in tatters, a man who believed in a fairy tale. But Lena had something her grandfather never did: eyes in the sky. Using advanced satellite imaging, she scanned the remote, sun-scorched expanse of the Kalahari, and there it was. Not a city, but a geological anomaly, so perfect, so bizarrely geometric, it defied natural explanation. A series of parallel lines etched into the desert floor, matching Farini's crude maps with chilling precision. She assembled a crew, their skepticism barely concealed. They arrived by chopper, the heat a physical blow. On the ground, the mystery seemed to evaporate. The walls of the lost city were just sandstone dikes, natural rock formations weathered into linear shapes by millennia of wind and sand. Disappointment hung heavy in the air. Just rocks, Lena, her geologist, said, his voice flat. Your grandfather saw what he wanted to see. The crew started packing, eager to escape the desolate heat and declare the myth officially debunked. But Lena hesitated. She felt something else. A low, persistent hum, almost subliminal, vibrating up from the ground through the soles of her boots. It was a frequency that tickled the edge of hearing, a thrum of immense, dormant power. She convinced the team to stay one more night, a decision that would change the course of human history. That night, the sky turned electric. A geomagnetic storm of unprecedented scale erupted, a celestial tempest that wasn't on any forecast. The desert air crackled, and then it happened. The rock formations, the walls that were just rocks, began to glow. A soft, ethereal blue light pulsed from within the sandstone, tracing the geometric patterns across the desert floor. The air above the lines shimmered like a heat haze, and the stars seen through it began to warp and twist, as if viewed through a lens of swirling water. In that brilliant, terrifying moment, Lena understood. Her grandfather wasn't wrong, but he wasn't right either. He hadn't found the ruins of a city. He had found the foundations, not built by human hands, but by something far older and far more advanced. The perfect geometric lines weren't walls, they were a circuit, a colossal, continent-spanning energy grid designed for one purpose: to stabilize a dimensional rift, and the storm had just turned it on. The activated circuit wasn't just glowing, it was pulling, not monsters, but echoes from another time. Ghostly herds of colossal, long-extinct beasts thundered silently across the plains. Visions of a lush, green Sahara, teeming with rivers and life, flickered in and out of existence. And then came the people-silent spectral figures of a tribe that lived here millennia ago. Their eyes wide with confusion as they walked through the shimmering, fractured landscape. The rift was unstable, growing with every pulse of blue light. The beautiful, haunting spectacle was a prelude to catastrophe. If the rift tore open completely, it wouldn't just pull echoes through, it would tear the fabric of their own reality apart. Lena's mission changed in a heartbeat. She was no longer an archaeologist seeking validation. She was a scientist in a race against time. Her geological knowledge wasn't for study, but for demolition. Using every piece of equipment she had, from seismic charges to carefully placed explosives, she had to do the unthinkable. She had to short-circuit the ancient machine. She had to break the glowing lines, sever the connection, and shut the gateway down, all while navigating a world haunted by the beautiful, terrifying ghosts of the past she had just unleashed. She didn't prove her grandfather was right about a lost city. She proved he had stumbled upon a truth far more profound, a secret the desert had kept for eons, a power that was never meant to be awakened. She didn't find a treasure, she found a warning. And now, she was the only one who could heed it.